Welcome back to Beyond the Rabbit Hole. Every true awakening demands a price. Every soul that seeks the truth must first pass through fear, through trial, and through death. Lola's journey continues. She has left behind the Green Palace, the bliss of love, union, and light. But she is not finished, because the soul, even after it finds joy, must still pass through shadow to become whole. Ahead of her are three dreadful paths. They're called Terror by Night, the Arrow by Day, and the third is so feared no one dares to name it. She takes them all. Because in truth, they are not separate. They are one path, one test, one descent into the very heart of what it means to awaken. In the first passage, Lola sees something terrifying. A throne of cold stone beneath a midnight sky, and on that throne sits the devil. But her guide, her fairy prince, leans close and whispers a secret. His name is Yeshua. He is the savior. This is the paradox of true gnosis. That which we fear most may be the very thing that frees us. Even the devil can be the gatekeeper of transformation. Others in the circle dance, feast, and commit acts that seem forbidden, yet everything feels holy. Because these are not sins, they are shadows seen clearly. Lola clings tightly to her prince. Without him, she would be lost in this strange chaos. But she holds fast and moves on. In the next passage, the Arrow by Day, she meets a radiant woman holding fire in one hand and water in the other. She balances opposites, tames wild beasts, and turns poison into medicine. She teaches Lola a simple truth: the light alone is not enough. We must learn to hold contradictions and love them into harmony. The third path is a riddle of time. A lonely figure tries to mow grass with a scythe, but the faster he cuts, the faster it grows. Lola sees many people walk this path, but her prince says they're all the same soul, reflected again and again. There is no final path. There is only persistence. And behind every self is the same light, walking itself home. These three paths lead to one place, the treasure house of gold. But entry isn't easy. First, Lola must crawl through a narrow door. It scrapes her raw. Then she is nailed to a red board, a ritual death, a sacrifice of her old self. But in that pain, she realizes this is her wedding. This is where the soul truly marries the divine. Her prince touches her head, and she wakes more deeply than ever before. Inside the sacred chamber, a seven-sided room of light and color, symbols surround her. A dagger, a cup, a burning rod, a chain, a crucifix, a coin inscribed with mystery. Each object whispers a truth she must accept, a pain she must endure. Then comes the final test. Beneath the altar lies a chest, and within it, the body of her fairy prince. Dead, her heart breaks. The soul that guided her is gone. She lays his sacred tools on his chest. She honors him. She weeps. But death is never the end. The coffin is found empty. The light returns. The prince rises again, no longer just a guide, but now a divine being, too radiant to behold. His feet shine with 1,000 eyes. His voice is a chorus of stars. And Lola kneels in wonder. What happens next is beyond words. She becomes one great seeing eye, perceiving light before it even becomes thought. She sees eternity. She is surrounded by blinding brilliance, not of the dream, but of the real. She is changed. And then she awakens again, truly this time, married in spirit, one with the divine, never to be separated again. They leave the chamber, walking through a hall of shifting color. Armed guardians cheer, serpents dance. A winged horse waits for them at the edge of the mountain. For this house, the treasure house of gold, is also a summit, a peak hidden within the soul. Lola and her prince ride off into a new beginning, their honeymoon. But she says nothing of what came next. Some journeys are too holy to speak of, and some awakenings can only be lived.